If you've been craving fall vibes without buying all new decor, you are gonna love today's video. I'm sharing with you my exact fall decorating plan. I'll be showing you my personal fall decor collection, and I'll also be showing you the few items that I'm going to be adding in to make it feel extra special. And stick around to the end because there's some items that aren't even decor that make your home feel just like fall. Hey friends, it's Emily from Chasing Simple, and fall decorating season is nearly here. I am so excited to invite you into my thought process as I share with you how I'm decorating my home for fall this season and my process for pulling together a warm, inviting space. I'll be showing you the pieces that I already have and love, how I'm styling them in new ways to get more mileage out of them, and a handful of items that I picked up this year that are new to add to my collection. Whether you're decorating for fall for the first time this year or just looking to refresh what you already have, I hope this gives you inspiration for creating a cozy fall home that you'll love coming home to. So when I'm moving from summer into fall, I always really love to incorporate some greens that are just less vibrant than what I've been using. So you can see this wreath that I'll be putting on my door is kind of like grayed out eucalyptus and more muted tones. I'll also be incorporating these rosemary plants that are faux. Again, just much less verdant than what I'm used to having during the spring and summer months. And so it really changes up my look and is a pretty simple way to swap out areas where I already have greenery. I do like to use some other florals that are not real, and I love to look for things that just look dried, like these sort of look like seed pods. I love these ones that look like the flowers, the flower petals have all fallen off and it's just the seed pods. I have some golden eucalyptus, orange foliage, and I do really like these. I feel like I get a lot of mileage out of these. I also really love beautiful textiles. So this time of year, I am using this cool reindeer pelt. And yes, it's real, but you could buy a fake one if you weren't into having something real. I also love knits. I love tassels, and this blanket is so cute with these great big tassels. This wool blanket is something I have just gotten so much mileage out of for so many years in my fall decorating. I love it, and it just adds such a cozy touch. I'm hoping to use it a little differently than I have in the past. Usually I kind of drape it over my sofa, but this year I think I'm gonna put it over the seat cushion of my entire sofa, almost like one continuous bench seat sort of look. And I saw Chris Loves Julia do that a couple of years ago, and I really loved it. And so I think I'm gonna incorporate that and see kind of how that looks. Along with that, I'm planning on using this block print pillow and this kind of boucle stripe pillow. I like the little bit of ivory because I do keep ivory curtains up year round, and so it kind of pulls that in while still giving me a fall vibe. I'd like to bring in some black this time of year, and I really don't decorate with black any other time of year, so I am super excited about that. And that color is repeated in the boucle of the pillows. Now I do love some gilded decor this time of year. So this is a mercury glass piece that could just hold like a votive candle, or I could put a little floral in it and put it on a smaller surface. I have these really cute little leaves that are gold that are sometimes fun to set out in a tray or something like that. So I like to incorporate a little bit of that because it feels very fall to me. Other metals that would work for that would be like copper and galvanized metals. I also like to bring in woods. So this is a little Lazy Susan that's a walnut Lazy Susan. So it has a lot of variety in the wood tone. And tucked back here, I have a little scalloped tray that I use most seasons of the year, but it really shines during the fall. And this wood vase that looks great with florals in it. And so I'm excited to incorporate some of those wood pieces as well. I have this beautiful ceramic pheasant, which I always love to incorporate because that feels very quintessentially fall to me. And he's just the right size, you know, not too big or gaudy, but I do really like him. And then I also have a few linen covered books. I am probably gonna open that hymnal to some pages that have songs about Thanksgiving or something like that, so as to really tie in that theme, and I really love the way that that looks. So this year I am adding this really cute art piece that's just very muddy. It's not like a fall piece, but it just sort of looks fall-ish because of the muddy colors, and I think it looks really nice with the scheme that I've got going. and I'm planning on adding that in. I think I'll probably use it over my fireplace. I haven't really tested it for size, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited about that piece. I think it'll look really pretty in my living room. So a couple of pieces that I'm adding to my collection are these beautiful little hammered gilded candlesticks. I like that they're nice and short, and so I can use them on shorter shelves that aren't adjustable in my house, or like on little trays and that sort of thing. Really excited about these. These came as a set of 4, and I have a feeling I'll be tucking them in all over the place. Sure, I will use those in combination with these adorable little taper candles. These are LED. They look great in person, and the wick does flicker. I just love that soft glow in the evening, and they're that shorter 6-inch height. They're gonna look really great in these and be perfect on little bookshelves and that sort of thing. Now, I'm not a huge fan of super specific dishware, but I do really love this piece. And like I said, I have a little bit of a thing for pheasants, so I could not resist. This piece is little, so I'll probably use it like either as a little tray for soap or something like that in my powder bath. I might put it on display in my little hutch cabinet in my kitchen. But this piece I will definitely want to put somewhere where I can see it because I sure love that little scene. This is a spode piece, but it was like $25, so it was super inexpensive for this little serving piece, and I thought I got a lot of bang for my buck for that purchase. I am a huge fan of brown transferware, and I'm planning to incorporate these, which have a really nice brown and cream motif, which I really like for this time of year. I have a plate wall that has my grandma's china on it. I like to swap out a few pieces seasonally. I don't remove all of them, but I think this is gonna look really pretty, and I'm excited to see how that looks. So to keep your home from feeling like a seasonal Hallmark movie where just every single surface is absolutely covered with fall decor, I would suggest just choosing a few key areas because you're gonna get a lot of mileage out of those few areas. And then that gives your eye somewhere to settle in the room rather than having every single place be a focal point. If everything is the focal point, then nothing is the focal point. So keep that in mind. For me, I like to decorate my porch so that when we have guests over, it feels seasonal. I always do my mantle. I like to do my kitchen hutch. I have a couple of trays in my kitchen that I put new seasonal florals on. And then I also love to swap out pillows in my living room, putting out artwork, florals, and the textiles in my home seasonally. I really feel like my home is able to just really lean in whichever seasonal direction I'm trying to go in. Love that strategy for really getting a lot of mileage out of my decor. I also picked up some pheasant feathers, which haven't arrived yet. I ordered them from Etsy, and you can find them on Amazon too. And I'm looking forward to tucking those like into books and into my little floral arrangements. And I think that's gonna look really cool. Now let me share with you some ideas that are actually not decor for how you can get your home to look and feel like fall. When you walk into your favorite home boutiques that have beautiful seasonal decor this time of year, keep in mind you're also noticing different lighting, you're noticing the way that that candle smells, you're noticing the baked goods on the coffee shop counter that lean fall. So the reason that like the pumpkin spice latte feels fallish to us is because it has those flavors. We only have it at this time of year. And so do that in your own home too. Make your house smell like fall and have seasonal goods that feel like fall. So I love to swap out like my dish soap and my hand soap, and usually my hand soap in my powder bathroom. I don't do it in every bathroom, but just the bathrooms that are like the main area, I love to swap out with a seasonal scent. Mrs. Meyer's always has fun options, so I'm using their acorn spice scent this year, and it smells pretty good. But they have lots of things to choose from, so you could definitely choose something else that's more your. When I'm looking at soaps, I'm looking at will they fit in the color palette that I'm working with, as well as the scent. So do look at both. But then every day when you're just like washing a dish from breakfast, you're engaging in that fall scent, and it feels like fall because of that. Speaking of scent, I love to diffuse thieves in my home during the fall months, and I went through so many bottles of that last year, and that gets to be kind of an expensive habit. So I found this really wonderful option on Amazon that is a 4-ounce bottle, and it's called Burglar's Blend. It smells exactly like Thieves, and it really is made out of like pure essential oil. Don't sleep on that because it's definitely a nice option, especially for the price point. And I think Thieves is supposed to help you feel healthier, and we really didn't get sick all of last fall and winter, so maybe it works. I got so many compliments on the way that my home smelled throughout last year because it just smells almost like you have mulling spices simmering away on your stovetop, and that is such a cozy feeling for most people. Another thing that I would say is go ahead and get some smart bulbs. At this time of year, the days get shorter and it gets dark sooner. So a lot of times when I'm coming home from work, it's already pretty dim in my house. So I like to have light bulbs that automatically come on. That way I can enjoy that cozy feeling without having to go to the effort of turning on a million lamps, because I am a million lamps kind of girl. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you had so much fun and that this got your wheels turning on your own fall decor plans. Comment down below and tell me, what is it that you are planning on adding to your collection this year, and which area in your home are you most excited to decorate for fall? I hope you'll like this video and subscribe. Stick around because my next video, I'll be taking you with me as I decorate my home for fall and giving you a complete fall home tour.